you're a Tesla owner, the hottest place around town is your local mall. As you can see, we've got 1 Tesla, 2 Tesla, 3 Tesla, 4 Tesla, 5 Tesla, 6 Tesla, 7 Tesla, 8 Tesla, 9 Tesla, 10. Let's keep going. They're all, let's see, white or black or red. Tesla. They're all over the place. So what I'm trying to say, guys, is is this really the way of the future? I'm not sure if you've been reading too much online at all, but like all the major manufacturers here in America are they're transitioning into electric vehicles. And it's very crazy thinking about it, because I'm very much of a gas-powered V8 enthusiast. That being V12, everything gas-powered, because you get the engine noise that is so unique to each car. I would like to buy a Ferrari for that wailing Ferrari V8. I'd like to buy a Lamborghini for its amazing V10. Even any other car out there, you buy a Mustang because it has that amazing throaty exhaust note from Ford. Or you can buy this car right here and listen to this amazing pushrod V8 just roar. But then you see a Tesla drive by and there's not much going on. The cars are oftentimes, oh my gosh, his bumper's gonna fly off. His bumper's dragging on the ground and he's driving his car. Anyways, though, guys, what I'm trying to say is that this is the end of an era, you know, and we're starting to see Chevrolet talk about the possibility of making a all-electric CA Corvette. And if that happens, I don't know what I'm gonna think of, because when you're driving a vehicle like this, mid-engine Corvette, you're not always buying it in the sense of its performance. You're buying it for that connection that you get with it. For example, the GT350s or the R, the flat plane crank motor, or a 458 Italia. People love those cars because of their engines. This is what it's all about, I think. It's all about that experience that you have with the car, the engine, winding it out. It's so much fun banging through these gears, downshifting, everything, especially once you go high up in the RPM in upshift. So with an electric car, like the electric Stingray, what is that gonna be like? You can't do that anymore. It's gonna be completely, probably 1 gear alone. You just full throttle it, you don't feel any whiplashes, nothing like that. So that gets me to the main point of this video. Now we have heard from Dodge that they are going to be making an electric version of a muscle car. I've driven electric cars. Yeah, they've got tons of torque and they can just keep going, and it's kind of unreal in the sense of what is happening with no sounds, but it's a different experience. The most boring car I have ever driven was the Ford Mustang Mach-E. I got inside that car and I had high hopes because I've owned all the performance variants of the Mustangs, and I got into the Mach-E, and I have never been so bored and disappointed in a vehicle my entire life. This is full power. You ready? Full throttle, unbridled. Let's do this. Yeah, it's... And I really hope that the future of electric cars isn't looking like that. So when Dodge announces they're making an muscle car, an electric muscle car, I'm crossing my fingers they're gonna do it right in the sense of make some noise with it. It's not always about having a quiet vehicle that goes from point A to point B, but having fun, enjoying the moment. You buy a sports car, a CA Corvette, or a Lamborghini because it's an event to drive. You don't want it to be all quiet like you're sitting inside of a library. That's not the point. So that is why like the new Teslas don't really do much for me. Like the Plaid, 9-second quarter mile, faster than pretty much any other car accelerating, and it doesn't have that click with me. And I know a lot of you feel a similar way. This is something that Ford didn't do and they won't do with their current EV Mustang. Now Dodge knows that people buy Dodges for their performance because they want to go to the drag strip, have fun, they want to burn out tires, tear up the streets. And with that in mind, Dodge has nailed it. They really have. Their cars are perfect with that in mind. Yeah, the Red Eye with 797 horsepower. and it's loud, it screams, it's got personality, it's a muscle car. So if Dodge is truly going to do what they're saying, their first EV muscle car is completely performance oriented. They're already saying 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. It's going to be on their all new platform. So it's going to be very exciting thinking about it. But then what Ford has done is that they've launched the electric powertrain on a Mustang variant, but they didn't go after it in the sense of performance. They went after EV in the sense of you have nothing more to worry about. It's completely quiet. Get in the car. Don't pay money for gas. Just go from point A to point B and maybe put on unbridled mode to go a little more briskly. But other than that, I don't get what the fun part of the Mach-E. So this is where Dodge is coming in very differently. And I think if the future is looking like this, we need to look at electric cars in the sense of the performance enhancements and making the experience as fun as possible. Okay, pulling over right here. Now, what I'm trying to say is this. I am not against EVs at all. But I would prefer us going down the route that the exotic manufacturers are going down right now, like Ferrari, McLaren. They're going hybrid. So you still have the soul and the character of the actual motor, but they've also infused the electricity to make their electric motors get infused with the gas motors to give you a performance experience like none other, kind of like the NSX. So if we go down that route, I think the possibilities would be amazing. Not just that, for when we go all EV, if we can find a way to make this experience again exciting all around, you want theater, you want drama, then that would be what would make me buy a fully electric vehicle. What do you guys think? Please let me know in the comment section down below. Here's the difference between what Ford and Dodge is doing. Ford went after EV in the sense of the safe approach. They targeted the families. They put the name Mustang on it for marketing purposes to make people buy it. But it's not a sports car. It's not a Mustang. It's a 4-door family SUV. And they're really targeting that in the sense of what EV offers for families. Getting inside of a car is not a big deal. It's just about going from point A to point B. Dodge is going, no. If we're making an electric vehicle a muscle car, we're doing it right. We're making it about performance and the fun factor. So that is what makes me more excited to see what Dodge is going to be making down the road. And I'm still a major Mustang fan. It just, I'm very disappointed with the sense of what Ford has done with it. Instead of going after the all-new first ever electric Mustang in a fun performance way, they made a 4-door SUV, put Mustang styling cues on it, and call it a Mustang. Comment down below, what do you think? Why didn't they just electrify the Mustang, the S550, or the next generation S650, or whatever it's going to be? Because thinking about it, that would be really cool to see, wouldn't it? An electrified, actual, real Mustang sports car where you can have fun with it and enjoy the character of a Mustang. What I'm trying to say is that if manufacturers go down the way of what looks like Ford is doing, EVs don't look to be fun to me. But if Dodge is truly making this 800 horsepower, so all electric muscle car, then I think that transition is going to be made a bit more smooth. And I guess it's happening. Even here in California, they're saying by 2035 or something like that, there's not going to be any new car sales that are going to be having emissions. So it's going to be fully electric. And I'm going to miss these vehicles. I really am. I think it may be the end of an era, but the start of a new one. And it's going to be interesting to find out which cars are going to be the ones that excite us the most. So here's my question to all of you. Even though the Tesla Model S can go 0 to 60 in less than 3 seconds, or the Plaid goes down the quarter mile in less than 10, does that make the vehicle any more appealing to you? Do you still see yourself wanting to get a Tesla in the same facet as, let's say, a Shelby Mustang, or a new CA Corvette, or let's say, a Ferrari? Does it? Is that how it feels? To me, it doesn't. There's a different, I'd say, audience base for a Tesla or a Mustang Mach-E versus a normal Mustang buyer. Essentially, what Dodge is saying is that they've reached the performance limitations, the practical limitations of their gas-powered high-horsepower motors. So that is the reason why they are moving to electric technology. They're saying if a charger makes a charger faster, you get that pun right there? That's what they're going to go after. So basically, it's really funny how they say that, because there is so much more you can do to a gas motor than 800 horsepower, for example, even for a Hemi, but it's different for a manufacturer. Now, they could look at other means of making their cars faster, let's say making them lighter, putting on a brand new chassis that puts down the power even better, one that can corner pretty good, but they're really going after, I think, the acceleration, the straight line performance, which, as we've seen with Tesla, the electric cars are able to just dominate out there because there's just instant torque. Ford made their highest horsepower Mustang a track car, and also a drag car. But Dodge just wants purely that straight line acceleration. Now, there are downsides, though, to the electric motors. You can only get so many runs in before, let's say, the battery drains, and then what do, right? Most drag strips don't have an EV charging station, so it's going to be a completely different world. Not so much focused for the racetrack, but neither has Dodge really been focused on that for the past couple of years, except for the Dodge Viper ACR, which I drove recently, and I loved that car, really did. But that's just not their focus anymore. I hope that they come out with a new Dodge Viper. Now, for all of you drag racing fanatics, let's say Dodge made a fully electric muscle car, like an electric Challenger. It's even faster than a Dodge Demon. Well, what would happen if, once that car comes out, everybody's got them, and then you go to the drag strip, and then you go to race your friends, your buddies? Who's gonna win? They're all the exact same, aren't they? So, yeah, there's not really a world of performance modifications, I don't think, at least for a little bit, that is as widespread as modifications for gas-powered vehicles. So you're losing the fun out of it. You want to go to the drag strip, hear those cars scream and roar down the quarter mile. When I watch a Tesla Plaid do a 9-second quarter mile, I'm not that interested. I don't know. It's a weird sensation. I'd rather see a Dodge Demon or another car go to the red line and bang through each and every single gear. In summary, though, I am very excited. Please don't take some of these comments the wrong way. I'm just trying to be brutally honest with all of you and share my different thoughts regarding each topic of breaking down the idea of making muscle cars electric, and also the different ways that two of the biggest muscle car manufacturers, Ford and Dodge, are going about this entire new era of electrification. Ford's targeting the EV life, and Dodge is trying to target the performance customers. So we're going to see how this pans out. Please let me know, what do you think? Would you buy an electric muscle car? And now the teaser shots that they have shown of this new vehicle, it is coming out in 2024, but it looks pretty cool. It looks like it's going back to the original styling cues of the old 60s Chargers and Challengers. So I'm a major fan. I think if they can really nail the styling with it and also nail the performance, this is going to be a promising vehicle. And not just that, from the teasers we have seen, it looks like it's doing a four-wheel drive burnout, a four-wheel burnout. So imagine a special mode that lets you do four-wheel burnouts in your all-electric muscle car. That's like Blade Runner stuff right there. That's the future. So let me know, what do you think about it? Anyways, thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. It helps me out. Also, don't forget to check out the all-new merch that's launched on our website, that being phenomautos.com. You'll find a link to it in the description down below. Anyways, though, guys, make sure to subscribe for much more great content, and also hit the notification bell if you like what you see here and you want to be updated on all the future uploads. I'll see all of you in the next episode.